understanding that. But
Fist
we're gonna
bumps
go
out.
into game one on Trophy's Edge, Zoo versus Chavo, the Classico, winners finals. Let's see what goes on, because honestly,
Oh, look, I think
Chavo could do it.
Chavo looks really good today. The biggest thing is usually Chavo keeping it together after Zoo knocks him out at 60. That's usually the biggest part. But Zoo's also been looking insane today. Much like last week, Zoo, I think he had like a 1 minute round against Sice in winter semis. So, yeah.
Yeah, he's playing pretty good. But I like the defensive play style that Chavo has been bringing to the table.
Yeah, definitely playing much more
patience.
passively compared to normal. He's very rush-down heavy kind of guy, but I think he's understanding like where he needs to be more careful when he goes in. Granted, right there, that one's knowing that if Batman pokes his head out literally at all in that smoke screen, he still gets hit.
Yeah, you have to be invisible, and he's not invisible if he's not in the smoke. So
and if you
hit.
charge any attacks too, the moment you become revealed. Chavo taking full advantage of that, but still, this one's taking actually quite a long time to lose this first stock.
Yeah, normally one of these two stocks is already gone.
Yeah.
Between these two people, but it's kind of going on for a while. Air dodging out to the right, not wanting anything to do with Zoo. I feel like he doesn't have much money left. Okay, he still had at least 100 for that.
Yeah, he's dipping down, and he's fixing up his landings much better. That downer should take it.
Yeah, that's gonna take it. Very light character, midweight, but light.
That was a very fresh downer too.
Very fresh.
Definitely one of the better knockout options that Batman has. It's just a little bit harder to line up sometimes. Well, Zoo is so good at like setting those up. If that was any further to the left, that was stock.
Yeah. If anything, yeah, that would have been a stock. 101% though, it's pretty close at this point for Chavo to get something. Backpack, down air, any of those, sweet moves that we're used to seeing Chavo.
Yeah,
net
Chavo's
out.
super aggressively swinging with these nairs at a disadvantage. I've seen
Very
him
much so.
do it like more often than usual. That
And
time he
getting
finally
punished.
dodged, but then he dodged and took 40.
Yeah, exactly. He went from like 11 to 40 or 51. So taking a lot of damage there. The down air not going to take out the stock. A little bit more damage is needed, but it's he's trying. He's throwing out the options. It's just Zoo is avoiding a lot of them.
Oh, that was a really good read in on Zoo. He knew that like he baited the idea for a free uppercut, and that's usually what Zoo capitalizes on there, and caught him slipping.
Yeah, the platform there to assist too was mighty useful. But Zoo trying to get this combo off, but going to trade the battering. Or, yeah, that's on cooldown.
That was like max spacing on that downer, too. That's not normally something that you see people line up for. But Zoo is going to send him to the skies. He's going to be forced to go for the dodge.
Good air dodge.
That was such a good adjustment. Or actually just such a good disadvantage state. He waited as long as possible with Gem before he had to burn it so he could use all his defensive resources to still land safely.
Yeah, no, that was definitely really good awareness off of both of those players. And right now, we're kind of seeing Chavo stuck in this disadvantage state against Zoo, which is kind of netting a lot of damage for Zoo.
Zoo's just been impossible to hit. Oh, that's gonna lead to stock. Yeah, he sent them up to the skies where he had to forcefully use a dodge, but by the time he would have came out of hit stun, Bat Bomb was going to knock him out. He needed a gem on the bottom of the stage to be able to teleport out of there.
Yeah, exactly. Because without that would have been the fastest option.
Yep.
But we're used to seeing like this kind of gameplay from these two players, as far as utilizing that shield.
That was good that he reacted to it, like stopping his damage he was trying to apply to instantly break it. Because now he's stuck without it this whole time, and your main zone breaking option is side air and dive kick. But now it's back online.
Yeah, and now getting hit with that too. The fact that kind of sends Batman off stage a little is kind of nutty, because it's such a strong move for it to kind of do that. Yeah,
it's actually, okay. I thought he was going to try and rush in to catch Zoo slipping, but he was not in position for it. Now Zoo just taking full advantage of his lead. He wanted that early dodge in, fully charged, sending him over to the skies. That actually, he's not been landing nearly as many double uppercuts. That's something I've noticed. That's something Chavo usually gets hit by all the time.
Yeah, Chavo's doing a really good job at kind of mixing things up and not getting hit by that. That said, it will happen. If it happens enough, eventually Zoo is going to net that kill.
Yeah, and he's at that. I think he's about maybe 15 damage-ish. Yeah. Now he's at grounded up special, as long as it's not too attack decayed. And now with the 5 weakness stack, a straight one will take him. Yeah.
Anything. But those are quickly depleting now, as Chavo's just trying to get the second stock, having a very hard time at it. Zoo is not giving it to him. he's definitely playing a very like cat and mouse kind of game right now.
Yeah, Zoo is. I mean, like,
down.
oh, that's gonna take it. So a gimp away, and that could. I mean, it's kind of similar to what happened with one of the pin matches where Chavo was looking at a slight deficit and he worked his way back in. That being said, that should lead to closeout.
No, not yet. Throwing the gem down.
Wow.
Wait, if he had hit him.
If he hit him, he could have stole the game. I think that was definitely a big part of the play.
Yeah, but that's going to take it. I think that was exactly what he was going for. Hitting Zoo there would have given him enough time to teleport onto him, gotten the little kick, and then down aired him.
Yeah, yeah, nair to dare. When it's off the cooldown,
which it was.
Will true combo. So yeah, that was actually it was a risky play because he definitely could have just SD'd. But if that hit. Oh my goodness! I probably would have destroyed these headphones. I know they're not on the best quality right now today, which I'm definitely coming here to solve tomorrow. But yeah, that would have brought the house down. That would have been insane.
But as per usual, we're going to Batcave. This is a very good stage for both these characters. They can both utilize the Batmobiles, and when they're gone, it kind of becomes a very neutral-heavy stage, which can kind of benefit Batman a little bit more than Finn, but we'll have to see how it goes.
Yeah, and I think that I think every time they've gone here, it's actually not been too insane either way. But that being said, he's gonna. Oh god, if he did not DI that correctly to the right, that would have been pretty much guaranteed.
That would have been clipped.
Yeah.
That's the thing that is like so scary about Batman is just the ability to move so quickly.
I swear, man, Zoo's the only person in one who takes full advantage of that. That was true combo rage. So that one you have to DI instantly, and if you do not, you can double up uppy into uppy. That's where the frustration comes in sometimes for Chavo when he's fighting Zoo, because it's so hard to react sometimes.
Yeah, that can be very difficult from what I'm gathering. It's definitely a tricky situation. And
he
Chavo,
had that dodge.
Yeah.
He had that dodge so hard red that he might have actually caught him slipping because he was DIing up and away.
Ooh, so close at getting that. But that broke, and he wasn't able to get the bounce off of the Batmobile. Now Chavo's in disadvantage. He doesn't choose to teleport to the gem and kind of pick it up to utilize it for the second throw. That's something that he likes to do a lot, too.
Yeah, he does. Like, always, like, volleying back and forth. He's going to be forced to have to go low here, but the jump toss up, as a movement bait, very, very solid.
I think the biggest thing about these two that has kind of developed is it becomes a mental game where they know each other's habits so well that they start to mix up their entire thought process of playing the game.
Yeah, it's the roommate read thing. Like a majority of the calls that are being made are based off the player's like potential of what he's probably going to do versus like what the character flowchart tells you they're going to do. And Zoo just has that down lock a lot of times against Chavo, but Chavo's been getting better. That being said, though, Zoo's hit him with like a 4-piece, and is still going. Chasing.
Oh, and he's dead. That's a stock there. Very clean. Risky. Very risky because if you do miss the hit from the grappling hook, you are in disadvantage state and you are in a pretty bad spot.
Yeah, so at least you don't fly in a blast zone anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
But that was so good because once you burn your jump, that's like borderline impossible to get away from.
Oh,
that just
so close.
That was Chavo's like opportunity to even escape back up.
Oh yeah, at 3%, it would have literally been back to like
he's dead.
Oh,
yep.
That's the ladder combo that we see. Like I was saying, it was going to happen eventually. Zoo, the more he hits like those, it's gonna get Chavo at some point.
Yeah,
you can't dodge them all.
That right there is a big testament to Batcave because you can definitely knock people out very early with that off the top, but Batcave specifically, along with Tree Fort being so small, that counterplayed to Zoo's advantage, and now it's going to be game number trace. We're going to run it back to Tree Fort. Obviously, it's not Tree Fort. Trophy's Edge, which, to be honest, I'm not too surprised.
No, I'm not surprised either. This is a very standard stage, I think, in the meta right now.
Yeah, I also, if after what just happened, I just want to get away from that.
But
yeah, he's lucky he dodged that, by the way, because he used all his resources to go out there. So if that battering hit, Chavo might have actually just died.
Yeah, that could have been very bad. And gets the downer, very little resources, and not going to be able to make it back.
What an incredible first stock from Chavo. That was beautiful.
Yeah, he took full advantage of Zoo going out.
Yeah, like Zoo tried to go punish him for that, and after sniping him with that nair dare, like we mentioned before, ripped away his jumps. So
no one's approaching. He doesn't have to. Look,
I don't disagree with Chavo here.
He's baiting him. He's trying to bait him off stage. Why does he want to actually, you know, duke it out with Batman, who probably is one of the best characters in the game in ones, you know, for boxing. That said, Chavo is actually
he didn't touch the wall.
Gone.
Yeah, he tried to like hover away from the wall, anticipating like an early play from Zoo, and couldn't get away quick enough. Or actually, he drifted a little bit too far away. So now we're back to even game.
Yeah, that whole first stock that was, you know, praising Chavo for, you know, doing is completely erased by that.
Yeah, and he didn't get hit by the second uppercut, but this is now Zoo going crazy.
Yeah.
And Chavo having a bit of a struggle. Now the bat bomb on. I actually really like what Chavo just did.
Oh God, that could have been it again. And gets the down air, but resources, falls out of the down attack.
Yeah, down attack's not connecting a little bit. It was a little bit out of place, so I think even if it was normalized, that might have not connected. But still, that gem toss actually favored.
Yeah, it did. That said, he's trying to go for those down tilts and get that the second hit off just to clean up the stock. Not going to get hit by the up special, just barely out of the range.
Because usually when Zoo hovers around like that, Chavo, I remember last week watching, Chavo ran into like 4 of those. So for Zoo, you take full advantage. That sent him at the perfect angle to not get followed up on that up special. I thought Zoo was going to wait to go for the down attack. It's the second hit of down attack. But now Chavo gets to hold on to the stock at least a little bit longer.
Yeah, I'm loving like the apples too out of Chavo right now because it's kind of mixing up like, you know, his defensive habits a bit. Because it's allowing, gonna get the uppercut though. It's allowing him to kind of pressure from farther away, which is something that you're not really used to seeing Finn do.
And Chavo going directly into the smoke too to try and go and box. Pretty interesting because that's gonna apply weakness stacks every time you get hit in there. So Chavo not really wasting too much time though. I think he's just trying to bait him to go win. But look at these like max space peak downers that Zoo's going for, so he doesn't get hit on punishes on the ground.
That combo out of Batman was just insane. Zoo racking up 48% off of that.
Yeah, it's really doing like an amazing job here, and like the thing is, again, like the mobility and the strength of Batman don't like necessarily translate to 2s because in 2s he's actually not really that strong at all.
Not that good.
But in 1s his mobility is insane, and Zoo's just like
dancing.
He's doing what Chavo did to him in stock 1. Like, well, I don't need approach. You got to come to me.
Yeah, that's true. Even though it was a smaller distance away from each other, it's very true. You do not like in this game. Advantage doesn't mean anything. So, like, you really never want to risk your stocks to anything because something like that could happen. And Zook takes that 3-0 over Chavo, moving on into the winner's side of Grand Finals and awaiting, is it going to be Scythe? Is it going to be Chavo? Is it going to be Pin?
Well, we'll find out. Right now is another 3 another 3-0 going in favor of Zoo. I mean, like, the crazy part is, like, how well, like, Chavo is, like, not playing the matchup incorrectly. It's just that because there's like no true combo confirms to get knockouts for Finn, Zoo just knows, well, I know what the minimal punish I need to do is to avoid getting hit. That's the most important part because